Good evening and welcome to another episode of Lean Living. Now, this is more to do with a mindset and how to cope with, I just find it a very oppressive kind of media that attempts to control and to influence you on a regular basis. It annoys the shit out of me because there's stuff going on all the time. I don't even watch TV anymore. I've switched the radio off, TV's gone off. I haven't watched TV in probably a year or so. I think I catch an episode or something if I'm round someplace and somebody's actually got the thing on, but it just irritates the crap out of me, all the stuff that they try and put in your head. I mean, like there's ISIS one day, and then the next day there's like vaccinations, and then you know the Ebola came and went, and it was supposed to be the worst thing ever. I mean, like everyone was gonna fucking die, yeah, but where is it now? The thing is, I don't care. Okay, it really just it annoys the crap out of me because there's people trying to keep you on this heightened sense of fear. They tell you one thing, and then you get worried about it, and then you sit and argue about it. I mean, like with the vaccinations, yeah. I mean, sensible people, when they sit down and think about it, yes, vaccinations, there's some bad stuff in there, okay, but they work, okay. Now, obviously piling on a whole ton of stuff in one go is probably not good for you, because if you see the stuff that actually goes into these actual kind of things, you probably don't want to kind of subject the human body to that kind of toxic overload. Some people can have quite bad adverse reactions to the stuff. But it's a rabbit hole. I mean, once you get drawn down there, what the media does, it will put the idea in there, and it will separate you into two groups, and then you spend your time arguing amongst each other while the government and various other people do shit that is important, but you're not paying attention because you're over here arguing with each other about absolute bollocks. Okay, because in the end, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, vaccinations work and they have adverse effects. They, if you sit down and you actually kind of you have these conversations, you can work out that, you know, there are benefits and there are downsides to it. When you kind of the other thing of like the ISIS thing, I mean, there's people on the other side of the world, some crazy kind of extremists. There's extremists in every kind of religion and every kind of thing, but some little brown man in a far off country represents no danger to you. I mean, he wants to fucking kill you, have no doubt about that, but he's not on your front garden. He's not sitting there with an AK-47 pointing at you, is he? He's back there. Why the hell are you even worried about it? But they're telling you should worry about it, so as you kind of worry about one thing, and then they take that away, they give you something else to worry about. I mean, it's a distraction. It's like the magician and the glamorous assistant. Okay, so you're sitting watching the lady, okay, while he's kind of doing all this kind of funny stuff. That's to make sure you're not looking at the stuff that they're doing, okay? Yeah. So anyway, just one thing to think of while people go absolutely nuts, and I've dealt with it on a few days where it's a basic concept of Sun Tzu's kind of the art of war. Okay, to gain some kind of benefit in warfare, there's so many kind of concepts in there which are applicable to modern life and to politics and to corporate kind of tactics. If you're sitting there arguing with each other, you're angry. You no longer have the means of logic to work a situation out in your head. Okay, if you're angry, then all you're doing is spending time arguing like an idiot and becoming very polarized in your view as to which camp you should be sitting in, because when you're angry you can be either side of the fence. You cannot like be in the logical middle and actually see both sides of the argument. You move to one side. So in the same way that the powers that be push like the rich against the poor, the poor against the rich, the middle class against the poor, and it's only one person's fault with all this. It's the people making the rules and putting all these laws in place. if you actually realised this and you didn't spend so much time arguing amongst yourselves, you might actually realise who the problem lies with. It's that dickhead that you put the little ballot box in for, okay? That guy that you kind of sit there and you vote for him, and then when he messes up, you go back and you vote for another idiot. Well, these are the people you need to blame, not the people amongst yourselves. It's not like there's no foreigner coming in to steal your job and to do this, and people who are coming from everywhere else and creating all kinds of problems. It's the people in charge that are at fault here. And once you see that they control the media, they have this like puppet show which you seem to take place in, it's so much easier when you realise the game they're playing and how you can avoid being part of their little show. So just have a little think about it. Switch your fucking TV off. It's just a waste of time. If there was any problem that will be affecting you, they'll let you know. Meanwhile, the TV and the radio and the media is just making you think about stuff that they want you to think. It'd be so much better if you just did all this thinking by yourself. Idea to think about. Leave it with you. Hope that helps.